You have never seen Scizor look so good before. Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're having a battle versus Dida from the Discord server in the OU tier. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There's a link in the description down below. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, so Dida, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, has got a pretty solid looking Sun team. So they've got a Torkoal, a Great Tusk, a Ceruledge, Hisuian Lilligant, Ampharos of all things, and a Quagsire. Pretty cool mons that you love to see. I think they're going to lead off with Torkoal straight away, so I'm tempted to just lead off with the Dragapult because Draco Meteor does a lot of damage to their entire team, to be honest with you. I'm hoping Scizor does something this game. I think picking off the Lilligant after it's got a Fighter's Dance up, and the Bullet Punch is going to come in useful for those later on. So let's just go for that. And the battle begins. So Dida's going to lead off with the Quagsire, which is fair enough as we lead off with the Dragapult. So the Dragapult's in a good position right now. We can just drop a Draco on this thing, get some serious damage off on it. Or we can U-turn into something a bit more prepared for Quagsire, which we don't really have. So I think my only real choice here is to go for a Draco Meteor, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Draco Meteor right in his face, see how much damage it does. It does a lot of damage, which is great. If they recover here, that's a good play, but they don't. They go for a Stealth Rocks. So we get to drop another Draco and hopefully KO the Quagsire, which would be nice. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a Draco, let it get its leftovers recovery and all that stuff. Absolutely fine by me. And then we'll just drop a Draco real quick. So there we go. Draco Meteor comes through. And down goes the Quagsire. So there we go. Quagsire goes down. They didn't really have a good switch into the Draco Meteor. I suppose since we had special attack drop, they could have gone Ampharos, because Ampharos has an actually high special defense. But they just didn't choose to do that. They might want to keep their Ampharos for later. In comes the Ampharos now. So Ampharos can carry Dragapult, so we've got to be very careful of that. I think the best thing that we can do right now is to go Zapdos, or we can go Cresselia and start Calm Minding up, but they still have things that can handle the Cresselia, like the Ceruledge, for example. So even if we Terra Steel, Ceruledge can still break through us. So I think I'm going to go Zapdos here, because they're more than likely going to go for a Dragon Pulse, and I know Zapdos can take a Dragon Pulse. I know Scizor can as well, but, you know, they might Terra Fire or something. So we'll go into Zapdos anyway. Nice and shiny, gotta love it. They go for a Dazzling Gleam, also just as good against the Dragon Pult. Now I'm going to go straight for a Volt Switch. They probably Volt Switch themselves, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we'll go for a Volt Switch, get a bit of chip damage off on them. Why not? That was some nice damage as well for an Ampharos. We'll get Zapdos out of there, and we'll just go into something else that's able to handle the Ampharos a bit better. I think I will go into the... no, I don't want to do that. I think we expect a Volt Switch of our own, so I'm going to go back into Dragapult right now. I don't think they go for another Dazzling Gleam, that's for sure. I think they either go for a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch. So we'll get some stones dug into us, which is unfortunate, as they go for a Tera Blast. So they are Terra, but they haven't Terra'd. They obviously went for the Tera Blast, maybe expecting something else to come in there. So what I'm going to do now is, I know Dragapult's important, but at the same time, I don't want to U-turn, because if they static's a thing. I want to say, based on the Volt Switch damage, Draco Meteor will KO this thing. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I know I should do Calcs, yada, 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 but we're on a 20-minute timer. There's not really time to do Calcs, I would say. So we'll drop a Draco anyway, and we'll just see how it goes. I know we can... There we go, gets the KO. So I thought so. Based on the Volt Switch damage from Zapdos, I kind of figured the Draco will KO, so... Dragapult putting in the absolute work right now. Dragapult is easily one of the best Pokemon in the OU tier right now. So in comes Soul Blades, the Ceruledge. There we go. I knew it was the Ceruledge as soon as I saw the nickname. It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be. So I think our next play is to go Zapdos first. They probably Swords Dance here, expecting us to attack. So I want to go into a special attacker so we don't activate that weak armor, because that would be unfortunate. So we'll go into Fundaga. There we go. Fundaga comes in, they go for a Swords Dance. Now, the best thing about this is that if they go for a Shadow Sneak here to get the KO, to do some damage to us, they might get static. So I'm going to go for a Hurricane just to get some damage off on this thing. As there we go, we don't miss the Hurricane, which is nice. And that's going to do some serious damage. And we get the Confusion as well, which is crazy good. So not only do we hit the Hurricane, we also got the Confusion. Let's see if they break through or not. Let's see if they break through that Confusion or not. They don't break through, and they nearly take themselves out with it. So they're going to go for a Shadow Sneak probably this turn. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch to get the KO, just because I don't want to miss the Hurricane like an absolute klutz. So we go for a Volt Switch. That's going to be able to get the KO on the Ceruledge. Down it goes. Boom. And then we're going to go back to Mead. So they still have a chance to get through this. They've got to bring Torkoal in, I think. So I'm going to go back to Dragapult. I think Dragapult can handle this pretty well. So let's go to Dragapult real quick. There we go. And let's see what they go into. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Probably Torkoal, I would say, to get the sun up. In comes Manny the Paldea champion, which is going to be the Great Tusk. So curious as to why the Torkoal's not coming in yet. So I'm going to drop a Draco on this thing. I'm pretty sure it'll KO. Unless they're Assault Vest or something, which they're not. As the Great Tusk goes down to a Draco Meteor from Dragapult. Dragapult getting 3 KOs is crazy good. Such a crazy good Pokemon. Such a crazy good Pokemon. So in comes Gamora, which is going to be the Torkoal. So Torkoal finally comes in, gets that sun up. We don't really have a good switch into Torkoal. I could go Cress. I kind of want to go into Typhlosion. I kind of want to go into something else. I think Scizor is going to be important for finishing off the Lilligant though. So I'm going to drop a Draco anyway. Just because we don't necessarily need Dragapult now. It's done its job type thing. So we'll see what's going to happen here. They go for a Flamethrower. That's going to do some decent chip damage to us in the sun. No burn though. And then I think Draco Meteors, if we assume they're going to go for another Flamethrower, we should go Typhlosion. And then we just go for an Eruption. And that should take care of the Torkoal. Should take care of the Torkoal. It's sun boosted, Flash Fire boosted potentially. If they go for the Flamethrower. I think they will though. They go for the Flamethrower. We're going to get that Flash Fire boost, which is great. And now Eruption, even though we've taken Stormthrower damage, is still more powerful than Flamethrower. So I'm going to go for it. There we go. Eruption comes through. Barely misses the KO. As they go for a Body Press. So that's fair enough. The Body Press is fair enough. I think they go for another Body Press here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into Scizor. I'm going to let Scizor handle this. I think Scizor can finish this game off. And I just really want to showcase this Scizor because it looks so cool. So we're going to Lemon real quick. There we go. Scizor comes in. I know bringing in a Scizor against the Torkoal probably not the best idea in the world. But I don't think they go for a Flamethrower. They go for a Body Press. There we go. And they're on 1 HP pretty much. So let's go for a Bullet Punch real quick. That should be able to take care of the Torkoal. So Bullet Punch comes through. Down goes the Torkoal. There we go. So the Torkoal goes down. Scizor gets KO, which is great. And I'm pretty sure Scizor can handle the Lilligant. If it can't, it doesn't matter. I'm just happy that Scizor actually did something for once, because it hasn't done much these last few games. So I'm just happy that it did do something this game. So what we can do now is we'll go for a close combat, because they're not going to be able to KO us with close combat. That's for sure. Their own close combat. They either go for a Fighter's Dance or an Axe Kick. We lived on 1 HP. Go for a close combat. Nearly gets the job done. I can't believe we lived on 1 HP. That's a crazy good. That's good luck, that is. Scizor really wanted to finish this game off. So we go for a close combat. Then we go for a BP. And that should definitely take out the Lilligant. And that is going to be the game. So GG, Dida. That was a pretty fun game. Scizor got to do some stuff, which I'm happy about. It can go in the thumbnail now. I can exploit its custom shiny. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.